Second, the inquiry has not expressed a view on whether military action was legal. That could, of course, only be resolved by a properly constituted and internationally recognized court. We have, however, concluded that the circumstances in which it was decided that there was a legal basis for UK military action were far from satisfactory. In mid-January 2003, Lord Goldsmith told Mr. Blair that a further Security Council resolution would be necessary to provide a legal basis for military action. He did not advise Number 10 until the end of February that while a second resolution would be preferable, a reasonable case could be made that Resolution 1441 was sufficient. He set that view out in written advice on March the 7th. The military and the civil service both asked for more clarity on whether force would be legal. Lord Goldsmith then advised that the better view was that there was, on balance, a secure legal basis for military action without a further Security Council resolution. On March the 14th, he asked Mr. Blair to confirm that Iraq had committed further material breaches as specified in Resolution 1441. Mr. Blair did so the next day. However, the precise basis on which Mr. Blair made that decision is not clear. Given the gravity of the decision, Lord Goldsmith should have been asked to provide written advice explaining how, in the absence of a majority in the Security Council, Mr. Blair could take that decision. This is one of a number of occasions identified by the inquiry when policy should have been considered by a Cabinet committee and then discussed by Cabinet itself. Third, I want to address the assessments of Iraq's weapons of mass destruction and how they were presented to support the case for action. There was an ingrained belief in the UK policy and intelligence communities that Iraq had retained some chemical and biological capabilities, was determined to preserve and, if possible, enhance them, and in the future to acquire a nuclear capability, and was able to conceal its activities from the UN inspectors. In the House of Commons, on September the 24th, 2002, Mr. Blair presented Iraq's past, current, and future capabilities as evidence of the severity of the potential threat from Iraq's WMD. He said that at some point in the future, that threat would become a reality. The judgments about Iraq's capabilities in that statement and in the dossier published the same day were presented with a certainty that was not justified.